Hi friends! Have you been practicing your memory verse, Jeremiah 33:3? Let's say it together. Ready? Call to me, and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and mighty things which you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. Great job! Are you ready to practice in a silly voice? Look around the room for a grown-up, and when you see them, point and say, "You're my grown-up." Grown-ups, when the verse comes on the screen, pause the video and practice. This week, do it in your underwater fish voice. Ready? Go! Great job, friends. Today I'm going to tell you a story from the Bible. And what do we know about the Bible? It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Everything the Bible says is absolutely true. I'm going to tell you a story about a king, 3 men, and a fiery furnace. We're going to learn that only God should be worshipped. This story is in the Old Testament of the Bible, and it happened during the exile era. God's people, the Israelites, were not living in their home. They had been captured by King Nebuchadnezzar, and he was making them live in his land instead. Hey, you know what might be fun? Every time I say King Nebuchadnezzar, I want you to make a trumpet sound like this. Do 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 do. Let's practice it. Ready? King Nebuchadnezzar. Do 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 do. Great job! King Nebuchadnezzar do 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 thought he was the most powerful king. Anytime he told anyone to do anything, they did it. And if they didn't, they were in big trouble. One day, King Nebuchadnezzar built a shiny gold statue. And then he called everyone living in his land together, including the Israelites, and said, "Listen to your king. When you hear special music play, bow down to the ground and worship my shiny, special gold statue. Anyone who does not worship my shiny gold special statue will be thrown into a fiery furnace." Oh no! Do you know what a furnace is? It's like a big, giant oven, so big a car could fit inside. And just like our ovens today, it was very, very hot. Some of the men who heard King Nebuchadnezzar's announcement were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were Israelites, and they knew that only God should be worshipped. They loved God, and they did not bow down and worship the shiny, special gold statue. Some other men saw and went and told King Nebuchadnezzar that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego would not bow down. King Nebuchadnezzar called Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to him and said, "Why aren't you bowing down? Don't you know what will happen if you don't? You will be thrown into the fiery furnace. I will give you one more chance to bow down to my special shiny gold statue. But if you don't, I will throw you into the furnace." What do you think Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego should do? They knew that only God should be worshipped. This is a great time for a question. Grown-ups, when you see it on the screen, pause the video and talk about it. Friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego knew that only God should be worshipped. They looked at King Nebuchadnezzar and said, "O king, if we are thrown into the fiery furnace, the God we serve can rescue us and save us from your power. But even if he doesn't, we will never bow down to your shiny gold statue. Only God should be worshipped." This made the king so angry that he told his men to make the furnace even hotter, and he threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into it. As King Nebuchadnezzar watched the fiery furnace, he noticed something strange. Look, didn't we throw 3 men into the fiery furnace? Now there are 4 men walking around, and they're not even hurt. He yelled into the fiery furnace for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to come out, and guess what? They weren't even burned. They didn't even smell like smoke. God, the only one who should be worshipped, had protected them in the fire. When King Nebuchadnezzar saw that the one true God had rescued the three men, he knew he was not the most powerful king. God was. The king made a new rule that said the one true God, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God, was to be respected, and no one was to talk bad about him. All right, when this video ends, I want you to spend some time worshiping God together. And then I want you to pray and ask God to help you worship Him only. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.